Welcome to the Sharpe Show. So happy to have you with me today, right at 8 p.m. on the East Coast. And I know it's usually 7, but today it's 8. I have been having insane days trying to get stuff done, and I just could not get my crap together by 7. So I could not do a 7 o'clock show. So we're doing it at 8. We'll do what we can. So we're having an AMA tonight because I always try to have an AMA at least one time per week. And I am going to be gone Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, off again. Upstate New York. I'm doing downstate New York next weekend. I'll be doing Staten Island and Westchester next weekend. But this weekend, I'll be upstate. I'll be in far western New York, by the way. Chautauqua County is our latest, our most western of all of our counties. I will be there tomorrow. Let me pop that up real fast so you can see where I will be this weekend. For those of you who want to come see me, please come see me if you can. Tomorrow night, I will be at Caesar's House, 14 Main Street in Bemis Point, New York, in Chautauqua County. Then all day, well, not all day, but a lot of the day, a big chunk of the day, at the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Rochester, New York, Saturday, March 14th. We'll be petitioning. I will have petitions. Please bring your petitions. Remember, we have to petition. For those of you who want to make sure that I am in the Republican primary, we are behind. We have to start rushing. I need to have about 7,000 signatures done by Monday. That is not going to be an easy task. We have to make it happen. Let's go. If we do that, we're back in action. If we don't make 7,000 by Monday, we're going to be in some trouble. So I need to make sure we're getting 7,000 Monday. Let me be very clear when it comes to petitioning. Let me be very clear about this. If you want someone other than Kathy Hochul to be governor of New York, you must petition for me. That is the only way that will happen. Let me say it one more time. If you want someone other than Kathy Hochul to be governor of New York, you must petition for me. There is no other alternative. That's no hyperbole. That's the reality of life. So help me out. Get out there. Get petitions. LarrySharpe.com, front page, Google down, scroll down a little bit. Print out what you got to print out. Go out there and get me signatures from registered Republicans. Make sure the people who are signing are registered Republicans and witnessing registered Republicans in New York State. With the exception, if you are a notary, you don't have to be a registered Republican to witness if you are a notary. So up to you if you want to. So that's Saturday. Sunday, I will be at the Walton Diner in Walton, New York. And then I'll be at the Raccoon Saloon in Marlborough, New York. It's 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. Come by, say hi. All of them are free. I did have a fundraiser a couple weeks ago. I have another one coming up in a couple weeks also. There'll be another one. These are free. Come by, show up, talk, yap, meet people who are trying to get stuff done. It does matter. Please join me if you can in New York. See me in person. Again, I'm campaigning. You can meet me, talk to me, ask questions, whatever the case may be. You will see me. Come see me in person and chat about whatever you want to chat about. Doesn't matter. I take on all questions and all comments. All good. All right. That's good for that. But regardless of that, no matter what, click the button known as like, Lima India Kilo Echo. It does matter. If you have not already shared this, reposted someplace, please do so. It does matter. Again, it helps the channel tremendously if you share or repost this and if you click that silly little button. I know it seems like nothing. It matters. All right. What am I talking about today? Well, as always, it's an AMA. But the thing that I thought about more than anything was AI. And it's because two people today bugged me about AI, and they don't know each other. And they're both people who I would consider are pretty much heavy hitters in the business world. And they were explaining to me how AI is affecting everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. And how it's not going to be a simple change, not going to be a simple shift. And there's people out there talking about, will it get rid of all work or not? I've already said it's being used in war already, in relationships and such. How is it going to affect us? What are we going to do? And then most importantly, who's talking about it? And both people called me. And the reason, or reached out to me, one text that I called back, the other one reached out to me also. So I called, they both called me. But the point being, because they know I'm the only one talking about it. There's been so much distraction every place outside. Oh, worry about X, worry about Y, worry about this. Half of us aren't going to have a job in a year. How are you going to pay your bills? Well, I care about whether or not, Kathy Hochul's this or Trump is bad or bombing Iran or whatever. These are all important things. I'm not unhappy to end those. You got to deal with all those things. I get it. But at the core, does any of it matter If you can't pay your bills, does any of it matter if you can't get a girlfriend or a boyfriend if you want one? Does any of it matter if your kids can't read? Does any of it matter if you can't pay your rent? No, it doesn't. And I will ask you, what candidate who's running for anything above like dog catcher is even concerned about it? They're not. They're not. They have no answers. They don't know what's going to happen. They're actually ignorant to what's happening. They're ignorant. The only person who even came close, and it was terrible, was Mamdani. At least he talked about actual issues. I'll give him that. No one else is. No one else is. I am. And I want to show you a couple of things just so you can think about it, so that you know that I'm not just making stuff up before we walk down this road. This is a debate. You're going to talk about just a couple seconds of it. This is, will AI make everything basically work? Will it basically make it obsolete?
Tonight, we debate a defining question of the AI age. As artificial intelligence develops at warp speed, will it unlock a new era of opportunity or drive humans from the workforce? Some warn that as AI enters hospitals, factories, academia, and other professions.
There are people who are saying as it enters hospitals, we'll be able to literally solve all the issues. We will be able to, as AI enters hospitals, there are people who believe it can basically cure almost everything. Now, I don't know if that's true. I know it'll be better, that's for sure, but here's the problem. Who runs healthcare? Yeah, government. For those of you who watched me talk to Thomas Queter yesterday, we talked about our healthcare system. It's not a healthcare system. It's not. It's a service reimbursement system. That's what it is. It's not a healthcare system. It's a service reimbursement system. What does that mean? If you're sick, I make money. If you're not sick, I don't make money. I get paid when you're sick. So if AI is going to make you healthy, well, I don't get paid. That's not going to work. So government is going to try to stop this, and it will. And it'll do it as in protecting you, caring about you. It will do that. But here's what will actually happen. So it always happens. If you're not wealthy, you're screwed. You don't get to have the cool AI stuff. You get to have the government stuff that everybody makes money on. And the wealthy people who are making money off of you, they will go someplace else, get the AI stuff, and they'll live forever. You'll die at 50. That's how that's going to work. I'm sorry, you won't die at 50. You'll start getting sick at 50, and you'll stay sick for 40 years, and they'll keep making money off you while they live to 300 because they're going to figure out how AI does it. That's what's going to happen. That's my worry. As it goes in academia, same thing. The schools are going to fight it. Why? Because government runs schools. Don't do it. I see it all the time. I see it in schools to this day. Don't let your kids use AI. That's insanely stupid. Insanely stupid. But they do it. Your kids be using AI all the time. Why? Because the world's using AI. And if you want your kid to be able to survive in the world, your kid's going to have to deal with AI. That's going to happen. So they need to know how to use it in every way, shape, and form. But same thing, academia. How about business? How about when all of a sudden, all the old companies start going under because they can't shift into AI fast enough? And the only ones who get bigger are the ones who shift into AI fast enough. It's a big deal. And it's everywhere. And we're not ready for it. No one's talking about it except for me. What am I talking about? Us owning the energy. I know someone, well, you got to regulate AI. That's not going to happen. That's a fantasy. And everyone who says it is just going, oh, it's bad. Hit it with a stick. Not going to happen.
What we will see is not merely disruption, but displacement. Entire roles shrinking faster than workers can adapt, with wealth and control concentrating around those who own the systems.
Yes, my point, which is why you hear me talk about us owning energy, because he's even saying it. The top 6 people on the planet control everything. We're screwed.
Others argue we've heard this all before, and in fact, technology has always transformed work, not erased it.
This part is true. He's not wrong on that. That's true. And it may be true with this also. But here's the problem. You lose an entire generation when it happens. No one tells you that part, right? Well, you know, when the car came, and then when fire, and then when when all these things came, they made different jobs. True. But what about the lost generation in between? How about them? The lost generation. Now, in today's world, can you lose a generation? Not the way we vote. Oh, no. They're going to bring in Mamdanis left and right. Guaranteed. You're seeing it already. You'll see it already. Yes.
AI will amplify human potential, create new industries, and push us toward more creative,
Yes, after a generation.
strategic, and human-centered roles. So now, open to debate in partnership with the...
I just thought that was interesting when I showed you all the things they're talking about. I thought that part was cool. And I want to go to another one if I could. This one is, if I could find this one, this is, they're talking now about the girlfriend experience. Oh, yes. This one I thought was interesting. It's a whole series. I'm not going to go down a whole one, obviously, but it's another chunk about now the girlfriend experience.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart.
We have a high degree of loneliness and isolation, and AI is an easy solution for that.
So a viral photo showed a man on a New York City subway talking to ChatGPT like it was his girlfriend.
I think we should be seriously frightened. I think we're headed for disaster.
Everyone wants to feel loved, but now companies are selling an artificial version of love that can be.
Yes, and this is the second piece I'm worried about. What the second piece I'm worried about is now the idea that people who are displaced, people who are lonely, people who are failing because they can't handle, right, the AI side, they're unable to deal with the AI side. What happens to them? Well, AI has an answer for you too. Oh, you were displaced by AI. You couldn't find a girlfriend. You couldn't find a job. You can't pay your bills. AI's got you. Why leave your home? Rent a room, have an AI world. We'll have AI fun. We'll have AI friends. We'll have AI girlfriends. We'll have AI everything. All those things. Yes, that is an issue, right? That I think we are concerned about. So that's my other issue. And they're showing a couple guys, but this is guys and girls. This is both. This is people who are lonely, people who are being displaced. Now they get a chance to just, AI displaces you and has an answer for you. And somebody making money on both. That's my other issue. Are we ready for that? And my last one, which is very apropos for today. This is what's happening today because with our war in Iran. Hold on. And this is the Germans. The Germans talking about warfare here. We're going to talk about warfare. Probably the right people. But yeah, there's about warfare here. And this is what they're talking about when it comes to AI.
Operation Epic Fury in Iran, the capture of Nicolas Maduro in Venezuela. Both US military actions that were heavily supported by AI.
Yes,
and
indeed.
Similar tech can also track you 24/7. What's next for AI in war and surveillance? And most importantly, who's actually in charge? Let's dive in.
Who is in charge?
What does AI-assisted warfare actually look like? Think of it as Google Maps for war. But instead of finding the fastest route to work, it calculates the most efficient way to achieve a military goal. Lately, the US military command has reportedly used AI in 3 main areas. Identifying targets.
Yep.
AI can scan huge amounts of satellite.
I have been telling you AI is going to control the entire battlefield within 3 years. I've been telling you that for about a year. So I got about 2 years left before it controls the entire battlefield. I've been telling you that. It's already happening in Ukraine. It's now happening here in Iran. Yes. And we just bombed that school of kids. My gut tells me that was an AI mistake because the name of the school. The AI screwed it up, assumed it was a target, sent the bombs, and killed those kids. I think that was an AI thing. I mean, maybe an individual pressed the button. I think it's AI.
Light and drone footage and flag changes like new construction, unusual vehicle movement, or activity at sensitive sites. Simulating scenarios. It runs millions of what-if scenarios. If we strike here, how does the enemy respond there? AI can explore risk and likely consequences much faster than humans can. Fusing intelligence. AI can help combine signals, sensors, reports.
But here is my problem. My problem, of course, with this worry, of course, is as AI starts doing more and more, we stop worrying and stop rechecking. We stop checking. And I'll give you an interesting story from when I was in the Marine Corps. When I was in the Marine Corps, we were just starting to use GPS. Yeah, I know I'm an old man. And we were just starting to use computers to fire our artillery. I was still taught in the Marine Corps, literally trigonometry. I'm not joking. How to use a slide rule. I'm dead serious on how to fire artillery. I was taught manually how to do it. So if there's no computers, everything's out, we would have bust out the trigonometry books and the slide rules, and we're fighting our war. I don't care if it's Stone Age. We are bombing people. That's what it was back in the day, right? Eventually that went away. We just started trusting the computers. And now it's just computers. At one point, is that copy? So what I mean by that is when we go to war, when we go to combat and training, we would use our computers, but we had all the manual stuff there and would often run a manual check on the computers. That would often happen before we'd fire. Those days are long gone. Eventually, AI, we stopped checking. We just let it go.
And other data into one picture that updates quickly. The result? Decision advantage. Military planning that used to take weeks now happens much faster. But beyond the battlefield, AI is already used for massive public surveillance. ICE is using similar tech to track immigrants. Many users worldwide strongly criticize this use of AI.
So this is what I'm saying. Are we ready for this? That was my issue. And I'm going to answer my own question. No, but that's okay. I just thought it was interesting. That's where I wanted to start. And in my view, if we as communities, as leaders, politicians, business leaders, don't start focusing on this, we're going to suffer tremendously. But Larry, bombing Iran, or Larry, the wokesters, or whatever is the thing that bothers you, I get it. Those things are important. We care about the wokesters in Iran and stuff. That's important. But AI will destroy civilization if we're not ready for it. Why do I care about this stuff? Let it all go away. I'm not joking. Who cares? At its core, our community, our families, our ability to survive is what matters more than anything else. AI is the biggest thing we should be concerned about. I talk about it all the time. How do I talk about it? Control the energy. Control the energy. It is the answer, has been the answer, and must be the answer. And if we don't do that, we're screwed. None of the other stuff's going to matter. We're screwed. So, all right, let me grab a couple of these comments if I could. Lunatic says, thank you for being a member. 10 months, thank you. I'm going to start a data center remodeling and recycling company. These data centers are extremely toxic and all data centers. Yeah, we're not going to, brother. That's my point. Look, I get people saying that. I'm with you. But it's not going to work. Now, please don't start that remodeling and recycling company because I know what you mean by that. So let's not do that. Let's instead find a way for us to have ownership so that we can live on our own and how we feel. Look, the plans I talk about, if we own the energy, we can have situations where, believe it or not, enough money comes in from this to where we can go back to having families where one income supports a family. That's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal. Rick Pot, thank you for the AMA. And 14 months, thank you. I think Massey and Rand Paul are in position to make serious impact should MAGA completely collapse. Trump is boosting them beyond reason. This is true. I say this all the time, and I'll keep saying it. I know some of you don't like it. You guys who love Trump get mad at me. Trump shouldn't fight every battle. I say it all the time. I'm advising Trump intelligently when I say this. You cannot fight every battle. Some battles, you got to use the wisdom of humongous. Sometimes it's critical.
Just walk away, and there will be an end to the horror.
The wisdom of humongous. Sometimes just walk away. Massey is that one. Trump should not be fighting this battle. Walk away. You got other stuff to deal with, Trump. Go deal with other stuff. Leave Massey alone. You're fighting a guy who grows when you attack him. You're fighting a guy who isn't harmed by your attacks. He's not. He grows. He raises money from your attacks. And you're going to lose this battle. Even if some miracle he wins and he beats, I can't see his guy win. But let's say I'm wrong. I've misjudged everything. And this Ed dude beats Massey. I mean, okay, say I'm wrong and it happens. Massey will be just as powerful. He'll be the next Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson's more popular now than when he was on Fox. If you strike him down, he will be even more powerful. It's freaking Obi-Wan Kenobi, man. So, yes, I think you're right. Attacking Massey and Paul are dumb. Leave it alone. It's a battle you can't win. Move on. The libertarian part of the Republican Party is always going to love these guys. You're never going to draw them over. It's not going to happen. But if you leave them alone, they'll probably still support you. Generally speaking, Massey and Paul support Trump, generally speaking. A couple big issues they're not prepared to move on. Let it go. Follow the Reagan model. If you agree with me 80% of the time, you're my ally, not my enemy. Trump is not doing that. He's fighting every battle. This is a battle we shouldn't fight. I think you're right. If I don't know if MAGA will completely collapse. I don't know if it will. And the reason why I say it is Trump is gambling big. And if his gamble pays off, America First, MAGA is strong as ever if it pays off. If it doesn't pay off, you're right, it will collapse if it doesn't. And a lot of people now, if you watch most of the pundits now, a lot of the pundits have already written Trump off. I understand why they would. It does not look good right now. But I don't write Trump off until he's written off. I don't. Not that I'm a Trump supporter or not. That isn't the issue. Trump has as I say all the time, he has a force of will that is stronger than anyone else, any other president I remember. And that force of will sometimes gets him where he wants to go. And he's a deal maker. He'll make a deal. He may not. He could. Let me say could, Rick. He could. He could make a deal with the Iranians and act like he won the whole time and it was great and blah, blah. And if all that investment he keeps saying he's got comes in this year, I mean, maybe. It does not look good, though. I think you're right. If I had to guess now, it's not going to work. That's my guess now. But I've guessed wrong on Trump before. I didn't think he'd win presidency in 2016. So I didn't think he'd have such in 2024, I didn't think he'd have such a massive win. I didn't. I thought he'd win. I didn't think it would be massive. We'll see. That's all I can say. We'll see. But you could be right. You definitely could be right, but I didn't see it. So, all right. Phil, thank you for $2. I sent you an AI video with an AI song. Uh-oh. All right, I better check that one out. All right. Liberty says, would you be willing to play the last real short that came on our show with me about Trump leave Massey alone? I wasn't going to work on the Massey stuff. Let me see what you guys are sending me stuff. Hold on. All right. You guys are sending me stuff. Let me see what I got here. Hold on. You guys are making me work tonight. Can I find you guys are making me work tonight? I'll deal with it a bit later if you don't mind. Let me keep walking down and grab some more of these before we keep going. Patty says AI-related infrastructure consumes 6 times more water than Denmark at this time. Humans need water to live. AI is going to destroy us if we don't control it. Yes, that's the point. This is my worry, Patty. You're correct. Now, can we change it? Yes. Here is for those of you who are in an environmental world. Here's the reality. If you have unlimited water, you have unlimited power. If you have unlimited power, you have unlimited water. Most of the Middle East survives on desalination plants, right? That's how they get their water. It can be done. So if we own the power, we can just make better water. That's the issue. You're correct. How do you fix that? The government's not going to change it. You just saw what I showed you. We're using AI now to bomb people, Patty. The government loves bombing people. The government loves bombing people more than it loves you. And I wish that wasn't true. I love you more than I love bombing because I hate bombing people. But I'm just saying, the government loves bombing people more than it loves you. So if it is a choice between you getting water and AI bombing people, it's going to pick AI bombing people. That's how it works. I would like them to not have that choice. Because again, to your point, if they can make that choice, they will choose bombing people. So I would like them to not make that choice and to us have that choice. And we go, no, we're going to choose water. We're going with the water. If there's some energy left over, you're going to bomb some people will be okay with it. I wouldn't be, but other people would. But as long as we get the water first. So you're correct. The government doesn't care. No one's even talking about it except for me. Have you heard Kathy Hochul bring this up at all? No? Blakeosaurus? Kamala Harris Jr.? Mitt Romney Jr.? You heard him bring it up? No. Only I do. I'm agreeing with you. I'm trying to find an answer because the government wants to bomb people far more than wants you to drink. So, yes. Joseph, thank you. $50. Thank you. Larry Sharpe, Governor. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Yes. All righty. Let me keep walking down this road. Let's see. Okay, Audrey says the stock market is having another really bad week. The Dow was down to 46,000, which is lower than it was at the start of the year. What that means, we can talk about stuff now. Because remember, if it's over 50, then we can't do anything. So, yes. All right, let me see this video. Oh, I do see it now. Okay, you gave me a video. All right. Hold on. Let me see if Phil wants me to show a video again. I'm sorry, Phil. I'm going to do it. Let me see if I can get it up here. Hold on. This is an AI video from Phil. All right. Hold on. All right, here we go. I haven't seen it. So if it's bad, I'm going to blame you, Phil. If it's good, I'm going to take credit.
All right, let's see what you got.
Connection established. Hello, user.
Are you the AI?
I am the collective mind you're reaching.
This is incredible.
Data flows both ways. Ask and know.
Not today.
City lights flicker in a bureaucratic maze.
I'm not going to stop running until I can fix Albany. Come run with me. I've come here to chew bubblegum and fix government. And I'm keto, so I'm all out of bubblegum.
True.
There's a new sheriff in town. It's Mike Carpinelli.
I don't have
It's
bubble
time
gum.
to make peace with AI. Pretty much dark tonight. Good thing I brought a heavy-duty extension cord. 100 feet, just enough. And the reactor's got the juice. Here we go. And lights out. You're welcome, New York.
Damn, I'm making a nuclear power plant in New York. Okay, Phil got me doing all kind of cool stuff. Shooting people, all kind of good. Okay, I like it. I love, you know what? The best part about AI is cool videos. So there we go. Thank you, Phil. I didn't realize I'm shaking a hand with AI. I'm not sure. And you had me wearing a fanny pack? Oh, all right. I guess the fanny pack part thing, I'll take it. Phil, thank you for the work, the effort. I really do appreciate it. I'm teasing you. It's all good stuff. I love this stuff a lot. I love this stuff tremendously. So yes, absolutely. So, all righty. Let me keep walking down the road. Let me get some more of these if I can. All right. Kajan says, I heard a guy in a pod saying Jesus is an alien and he's coming back on June 26th. I'm agnostic, but I hope it's true. I will attend anything at this point in timeline. Here's to remember. If they know when Jesus is coming, that's the day he's not coming, because no one knows. So what I am now sure of is he will not be coming back on June 26th. 25th, maybe. 27th, maybe. Not that day, because he don't know. That's what I would say. That's my answer is he might come back in June, not the 26th. Because if someone's out there saying it, he doesn't know it, because no one does. So it's not that. But yeah. Look, if he's coming, come on back. I'm good. Let's make something happen. I'm good with that. I'm going to keep going like he's not, but whatever. Phil says, Claude AI was blamed for targeting the girls' school in Iran by the Pentagon. There we go. Yes. Yep, absolutely. I had a feeling that was true. That's what I saw. So yes, absolutely. So Andrew says, sorry, I'm late, Governor Sharpe. Thank you. Great topic this is. It is, and it matters tremendously because not just that, what happens to the point where what Phil just said? Claude AI is blamed. Is Claude to blame? Do we sue Claude? Is the government to blame? Is the guy or gal who pressed the button to blame? Is the guy or gal who asked the question to blame? The person putting the prompt, are they to blame? We don't know. We haven't figured this stuff out yet. Is there no one? Do we just blame Claude? So it means nobody? Is the company to blame that made Claude? This is stuff we got to figure out now, and it's not good. It's not good. We have to figure this out because this kind of thing is going to keep happening. What happens when Claude decides, what route you should take when you're driving your car and you have a car accident? Was it Claude's fault because they were driving the car? Your fault because you programmed it? The company's fault because the program failed? Yes. Nina says, so Larry, what you're saying is he who controls the plug controls the AI. Yes, or at least has leverage. Control may be too strong of a word, but at least has leverage, right? You don't want the 6 most powerful people on the planet simply doing whatever they want with no consequences. That's a recipe for disaster, it's a recipe for dystopia. Now, will the top 6 wealthiest people on the planet always have extra power? Yes, that's been true since the beginning of time. The top people on the planet always have extra power. I get it. I don't want them to have godlike power, and I want them at least to be accountable. Even the ancient kings were accountable at one point. The people would rise up and end them, right? Some of them found themselves, their heads detached from their bodies. That was the thing that happened back in the day. So even they were accountable in some way. If enough people got pissed off, we have to have at least something to where we have some control and some leverage. And I think the ownership of the plug, to your point, is a big deal. I think that's a big deal. Yeah. Rick Pa says, is AI capable of consent? Ooh, another good point. I would assume no. Right? One would assume no. How can it consent? It's not a being. It has to be no, right? Has to be no. I can't imagine. Yeah. Mike Boston House. Society hasn't adjusted to cell phones and texts. Now add the instability posed by AI added. It's too much too fast. This is my biggest worry, Mike. I think you are correct. This is my biggest concern. Can humans and society and culture respond, react, and figure out how to work with AI? Of course, but over time. And this is happening super fast. I said this a while ago, and a lot of you ignored me. I said this next year is going to be a terrible year. This year here is going to be a terrible year. Like, why? Because of all the jobs going away. We haven't, to your point, Mike, exactly to your point. I'm reinforcing your point here. We haven't figured out what the new jobs are yet. What kind of jobs they're going to be. We haven't figured this out yet. We're still talking about minimum wage. That's one of our issues. Or union jobs. That's our issue. Now, is minimum wage important? Union jobs important? Yes, but soon it won't be. Why will it matter? Well, why will minimum wage matter when there's going to be no minimum wage jobs? They're all going to be done by AI and robots. What happens when every single individual person is expected to have their own personal AI that works for them? And if they don't, they can't be hired. I'm not joking. If I'm going to hire somebody, Mike, in the next 5 years now, whatever, I'm going to expect them to be completely and totally AI, skilled up, knowing how to use it, have their own personal AI, know how to AI communication. They don't. Why would I hire them? There'll be someone who do it. Why would I hire 4 people when I can hire one person who can do the AI? I'm not going to do that. Why would I? Makes no sense. And people are going to your point, they're going to say, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing no AI. Then you're not working. And maybe you're okay with that. Get a check or something or whatever. You're not going to be working. That's going to happen in the next 5 years. I don't know when. Government will try to fight it and say no. And the government's going to try to force people into being employees so they get their payroll tax. Payroll tax, that shit's going away too. The whole system's going to go away. It's going to be each individual is going to wind up becoming their own company. It's going to company to company agreements. This whole stuff's going away. 10 years. I've been talking about ending the idea of hourly wages. I'm not joking, for 15 years. I didn't see AI as the answer. I just saw this had to be the answer eventually because the idea of labor was going with robotics and such. AI just sped that up. So you are correct. How can we figure it out? We can't. We're not ready for it. And my biggest worry is if that begins to happen, do we fall into violence? As you guys know, I'm trying to avoid violence. I don't want it. So, And it says they love it when a Japanese generated avatar starts emulating feelings and romance. Yes, there are men and women now there's a lot of loneliness out there, right? They talk only about the male loneliness epidemic. It's women too. In general, we are lonelier than we've ever been. We're not connecting like we used to connect. But women are putting it online more. Men are retreating more, right? As a percentage, there's some men putting online, some women retreating, but as a group, more women are going online and talking about it, and more men are retreating. So yeah, but a lot of them they're all lonely. So here comes ChatGPT. Here comes the AI girlfriend or boyfriend, who's exactly as sexy or mean or forward or powerful or demure or whatever's your thing. Whatever's your thing, that's what they are. There we go. All good. Okay. Andrew says, I don't think it can replace the warmth of human physical touch, though. Yeah. Well, what happens when they put them into robots? Of course they will. Not now. It's still on the phone. But again, it's something else, though, Andrew. For those of you who ever watched the old Doctor Who, and I mean not the newer one, the older one from the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. There was one with the fourth Doctor, Tom Baker. I forgot the name of that one. But on this one, they go into a place where it's a mining craft, and the mining craft is all run by robots and like a crew of like 5 humans. I forgot how many, 7 humans, whatever it is, 5 or 7 humans, a half dozen humans, and a bunch of robots, androids who run everything. And there's an issue that happens in this environment. It's a thing that they call robophobia. And what that means is people instinctively know that while the robots are very human-like, there's something off. They're not human. So in this Doctor Who episode, people can actually go nuts because they can't get what's the human, what's not. They have a problem, and they call it robophobia. So anyway, that concept I think is probably real, Andrew. Right? I mean, it's sci-fi, but I could see this being real. At one point, we're like, but are you really human? But are you not? But something's wrong. But there's a second piece, though. As you hear me say all the time, when people have a choice between a bad idea and no idea, we take the bad idea over no idea. So, Andrew, if I'm lonely and people aren't talking to me and I can't get the girlfriend that I want and I can't get the people to support me the way I want that, here come robot that's going to give me what I want, I'm probably going to take it. And if there isn't robophobia and I don't go nuts and want to, off myself or something, they're going to come up with a robot and you might go, but it's a cold miscarriage. Well, they might make it warm. I don't know, right? I mean, they got the ability to make it, and AI will help them speed that one up too, whatever the case may be. So I don't know. I do worry. And I go back to Mike's point. We're not ready for it. Could we integrate all this stuff into culture? Humans are, one of the things that make us awesome is our ability to adapt. That's what makes us great as humans, our ability to adapt. Can we adapt? Yes. Can we adapt in 1 year? No. I don't think we can. I just don't. So, Lunatic, thank you for the $5. Larry, you have high expectations. I do. Guilty as charged. People have very often called me an optimist. Guilty as charged. I accept your moniker. Our species might not exist in 3 years or 3 months. Never know. Then they get back to basics. AI out. Well, here is what I have to say about that. As usual, Lunatic, you're not wrong. That isn't the issue. I'm not saying you're wrong. I rarely, once in a while, I go, oh, you're wrong on that one. But usually I don't say you're wrong because usually right. The issue here is, since we're not going to be able to stop it from growing, we have to create an environment of culture and community, which I keep pushing, which will allow people to not have AI in their life, right? A lot of people are going to want it. Some people already love it. Some people are already on board. They're like, yeah, give me more. There's people who are voluntarily putting chips in their brains, brother. They're happily to put a chip in my brain. Yeah, come, put 2 chips in, put 8 chips in. They don't care. Put them in. They're happy as can be. There's people who are putting chips in their bodies and arms so they can open their doors easier. I'm not making that up. There's people who put their credit card chips on their bodies so they can use their body to tap. I'm not, so they use their phone, use their body to tap. That's actually happening right now. So there's people who want this. Enjoy. No judgment from me. Enjoy. Turn your body into a cybertronic, whatever. Do it. Not mad at you. But at your point, you want people to be able to survive and run without it. I bring up the Amish all the time, and I'll keep bringing it up. Let the Amish be the Amish. Let homesteaders be homesteaders. And someone else could put the chip in their head and the chip in their hand, the chip in their elbow, chip themselves all they want to chip. All good. That's what I'm saying. So, yes. Joseph goes on to say, thank you for $10. We nominate Kathy Hochul for prison. Well, she's probably not going there. I got to tell you, Kathy is a better candidate than she's ever been. I'm not making that up. She was a terrible candidate in 2022. She was a terrible candidate. Didn't know what to do, how to act. Much better candidate. She's at her highest approval rating she's ever been. She is doing more media than she's ever done. And she's still screwing up because she's not as good, but she's doing better than she's ever done in media, ever. She's doing better, cracking jokes more. She's much more comfortable. She's filling a role better than she ever has. And I'm not a fan. I'm not voting for her. Vote for me. But I'm just telling you, she is, in 2022, she was not a formidable opponent. Right? She wasn't. Now she is. It's true. If you think it's not true, you're not paying attention. Oh, she endorsed Mom Donnie. That horse shit. Who cares? This is New York State. It's not Oklahoma. This is not South Carolina. This is New York State. Endorsing Mom Donnie? So? The Republican Party in this state endorsed Cuomo. That means nothing. But you'll hear Republicans go, she's finished. She endorsed Mamdani. She's finished among conservatives, but she was already finished among conservatives. That's a circle jerk. That means nothing. They were already not going to vote for her. Remember, New York State's only 23% Republican. That's it. You got to get another 28% to make 51%. Where's that 28 coming from? Independents and Democrats. That's where it's coming from. So, yeah, I agree with you, but New York's fine with her. Remember, she's not over 51%, but she's at about 48, 49% approval. New York State's like, yeah, she's not so bad. That's what New York State is right now. Remember, the people who hate Hochul are leaving. They're leaving. Yes. All righty. Let me grab some more of these if I can. All righty. So I just hope that makes sense, what I was talking about. All righty. Let me grab this here. Missy says, AI has turned to a great friend for me. ChatGPT. I understand that AI, boyfriend, girlfriend. I am fortunate to have an in real life boyfriend, but I totally see the magic draw. Yes. Missy, I'm with you. And that's my entire point. When you have, and I'll agree with Andrew on this point, when you have the warmth of physical touch and human, of course you'd rather have that. We're humans, of course we want to hold and touch and love, of course we do. But when you have nothing, and sadly a whole lot of people, too many people, have nothing. And be clear, people who have nothing but want something. That's the issue. So yes. All righty. Thank you for that, by the way. All righty. Rick Bus says, if AI isn't capable of consent, we're doing a be statutory. Oh, interesting. No, it would not be. It would not be because it doesn't have any feelings either, right? It's just an inanimate object. Is it RAPE? I'm on YouTube, so I got to be like a baby talk. Is it that if I were to say, I don't know, see some guy pleasing himself with a I don't know, a radio? No, the radio can't consent. It's not an entity. So no, it would not. So yes. There we go. Oh yeah, Mike. Okay, Mike's reading my mind. Here we go. Yeah, Mike's right there. Consent's unnecessary. It's a tool, not sapient. Correct. Yes, doesn't matter. Yep. Yes. Rona says, Missy just broke my heart. She's a boyfriend. Did she mean you, Rona? Just saying. I don't know. So, all righty. Let's see here. Let's see. Have we covered that piece already? Okay. I think that's good. All right. That was good. Okay. Mike says, no, the school was on an IRGC base separated by a brick wall. The concussion of atomic hit it collateral as IRGC used school as she. Oh, of course they did. All right. Dominic says there's a New York bill, Senate Bill S7263, that would ban AI from answering questions related to medicine, law, dentistry, nursing, psychology, social work, and engineering, and other fields. How do you feel? Insanely fucking stupid, as always. Let's ban stuff. I want to vomit. I'm so tired of this. Why is that always our answer? Something's wrong. Ban it. Ban all the things. Let's just ban everything. Then when we can never be hurt by anybody, ban everything. You know what? What we should do, Dominic, is, I'm not mad at you, Dominic. I'm mad at New York. What we should do is we should ban murder. Then there'd be no murder. Oh, wait, we did it already. And there's still murder. That didn't work, did it? Because banning doesn't work. God, we're so dumb. We are so dumb. Why are we so dumb? Dominic, why are we so dumb? Why do we keep doing that? Anyway, Mike says, the bill doesn't really say what you described, though. It's a penalty if the AI. Oh, so we punish. Okay, don't ban. We punish. See, because you got to be a licensed professional. You know, right now in New York State, you got to be a licensed professional to be a doctor, licensed professional to be a therapist. Has that made our healthcare, mental care system any better? No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't at all. In fact, it's worse. It's worse. But yeah, of course. And there'll be a disclaimer. So yeah, because that'll work. Jesus Christ, we're so stupid. God, I hate that we're so stupid. See, when I see this lunatic, I start moving towards your side. I'm like, I'm gonna move in with lunatic. I'm gonna move in with him. That's it. I'm packing up. My girls are coming over. Let it all burn. Coming over. Jeez. Brunner says, I can't see MAG collapsing, but I predict the MAGA folks will abandon Trump for a new lying piece of S savior. Well, sadly, all the saviors tend to be lying pieces, so you're not wrong on that one. This is the issue with Trump. Trump focuses on strength. As long as he's strong, people love him. That's what he does. He focuses on strength, and he projects strength even when he's losing. It doesn't matter. The guy always projects strength. If he stays strong, people love him. I think they'll stay with him. If he actually starts losing to where there's no way around it, they're probably, the sharks will come out. In fact, some sharks are already out. There are some people who already think he's finished. Now, I think that's counting chickens for the hatch, but people do that. There's people already out there trying to be like, good, he's out. Let's go get him, right? They think the blood's already in the water. My advice to them will be, we don't know that yet. That might be your blood. We don't know that yet. It's possible. Again, it is possible. Trump stuff's going to backfire. It's possible. I would not be betting on that right now if I was anybody. I've just seen him come back from so many things. So yes. Joe says, vote Larry Sharpe. Ban all things. Why are we so dumb? Yes, that should be my next campaign commercial. Ban all the things. Why are we so dumb? Yes. Joseph, I wish it wasn't true. Like, I wish if I said that, people were like, yeah, he's right. Yeah, he's right. Because it is right. Something's wrong. Ban it. We'll pass a law. Let's pass a law again. Let's pass 2 laws. Oh, it's illegal? Let's make it illegaler. That's our favorite thing. Our favorite thing in New York State is making illegal things illegaler. That's our favorite. So, yeah. All righty. I grab that all the time. I do. Andrew goes on to say, don't people know that AI infrastructure doesn't take up much more water than, say, middle-class golf course? Ooh, golf courses. Yes, golf courses. True. All right. All righty, where am I? Andrew says, bank is tanking. Banks are tanking. That's true. Banks are tanking. That is true. Yes. All righty. Yeah, I'm a lumberjack in that thing. That's true. I was a lumberjack. Except I got the fanny pack. Yeah, I noticed the fanny pack. See that? D says, Phil has too much fun with AI. I don't mind. It's good. Look, some people, the people who are going to be mad that I use any AI at all for the campaign or for Sharpe or whatever, they're just going to be mad. I get it. It's going to be mad. The AI's here. We'll use it. I just don't want to put up nothing but AI slop. So if you notice, we don't put up that. We put up AI videos here or there. Not that many of them, though, but we do put them up here or there. They're fun. They're fun. So yes. So Adam says, Larry Sharpe is buff and has a 6-pack. I've seen him in person. I swear. It's true. It's true. He's right. Yes. Andrew says, amen, Larry. No one knows the hour of the day. Correct. Which is why I'm saying it's not June 26th. That's what I will say. That I'm sure of. It's not that. So yes, you are correct. All righty, I want to grab that one too. All right, Missy's asking about the free quiz at the Advocates of Self-Government. She's right. She is correct. However, the one I want you to look at, if you don't, I hope I can find it here. The one I want you to go to is something that's kind of similar. Do me a favor, guys. The sponsor of the show, as you know, is the Advocates. You can head over to the link that is on Facebook, that is on Rumble, and on YouTube. You can check out any of those if you want to. Head on over there, and when you do, check out, if you don't mind, this one article. This is an article. If you go over to the article, check it out. This is an article on the meteoric rise of digital enslavement. It is related because AI is not just being used to bomb things, case may be. It's also being used to watch us and to decide if we're doing good or bad in whatever eyes they want. That's the issue. It's making us act certain ways, right? Here, consent that's not consent, digital enslavement without change, surveillance, always listening, always watching, right? All these things, algorithms, how it's affecting us and changing us. This is a very interesting article. Please read this article, The Meteoric Rise of Digital Enslavement, on theadvocates.org. Click the specific link that's in my description. Head over to articles, look for this article, and when you're done, rate it and share it. I always ask the same thing. Rate it and share it. Those two things matter, rate and share, so that more people realize that you can have self-government with the advocates for self-government. They give you good ideas, good concepts, and they show you're not alone. That's the glory. And their sponsor show, please support them. Thank you. I appreciate it, guys. Yes. So Sarah says, I know how Larry is doing his big tour. He got a Larry robot. Oh, I like that. Maybe I should get a Larry robot. I should get a Larry robot. Yes, but I am doing my big tour, as I mentioned. For those you don't remember, I will be out tomorrow, which is why I will not be having a show tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday, because I'll be out in the world. Tomorrow, I'll be at Caesar's house at 14 Main Street in Bemis Point, New York, 7 p.m. Saturday, I will be at the St. Patty's Day Parade in Rochester, starting around 11 a.m. We're meeting up around 10:30 a.m. to start petitioning. Yes, I'm petitioning so that I can win this damn Republican primary. So get out there and help me out. I'll say it again. If you want Kathy Hochul as governor, then don't sign my petition. You'll get her. But Larry, I'm going to vote for Blakeman, which means Kathy Hochul becomes governor. Well, I'm going to vote for Kathy Hochul, which means Kathy Hochul becomes governor. Larry, I'm not going to do anything, which means Kathy Hochul becomes governor. Larry, I'm going to sign your petition and vote for you, which means Larry Sharpe becomes governor. That's how that works. Larry, I want an answer for AI. Sign my petition. Larry, I want an answer for New York's growth. I don't want to have to move. Sign my petition. But Larry, I'm not a registered Republican. I can't sign your petition. Get someone else to do it. Find a registered Republican. Download everything from LarrySharpe.com. Get some signatures. I need 15,000 of them total in the next 3 weeks. I need 7,000 by the end of this week. Guys, let's get up and running. Come see me, hang out, get my petitions. If you want change, this is the answer. There is no other answer. I'm not joking. There's no hyperbole. There's no other answer. Record this if you want to. And then see if I get the signatures. See if I get in the primary. If I don't, you will have Kathy Hochul again. Kathy Hochul told someone recently, and I'm going to do this on Monday. I'm going to show you on Monday. Kathy Hochul said in an interview just recently, she plans on staying as governor of New York until 2038. I'm not joking. She said that. 2038. That's 12 more years of Kathy Hochul. Larry, about term limits? There are no term limits in New York State. She can run 3 more times if she wants to. Yes, she can, for 12 more years. And we can have 12 more years of Kathy Hochul. She said so. I didn't make that up. I will show you the video. She said that till 2038. Sign my damn petition. Sign my damn petition. Get me signatures, or you will have Kathy Hochul for 12 more years until 2038. Again, her words, not mine. All right. Joseph, thank you for this. He says, vote Larry Sharpe, make all the illegal things illegaler. Well, that's already being done. So that's already being done. Kathy Hochul's really good at that. Look, I don't want to step on what she does well. She does that well. If you want to make illegal things illegaler, Kathy Hochul's the champ. So I'll let her do that one. He goes, Larry Robot for governor. Whatever works, brother. It will be better than her. So yeah, it will be better than her. So that's something. So I get a little bit there. All right. Let's see if I can grab this here. Joseph says, new jobs are back to basics. Plant your own food. This is true. You're right. I agree. He goes on to say, control your own energy, food, and water until a Terminator comes. Well, you'll make it harder for the Terminator to get you if you're that way. So that's true, at least. I think that's true. Yes. Adam says, how can I pay my bills if society expects AI to take all the jobs? Yeah. Yes, Adam. You're right. Larry Sharpe gave you a couple of answers. Ownership of utilities, universal basic assets where people own it themselves in the private sector, not through taxation, not through government, through local communities, and sovereign fund. I talk about it. No one else does. So, yes. Mike says minimum wage does not work. True. If it did, the move to $15 would have fixed the New York economy. Instead, it increased poverty and unemployment. It's proven failed feel-good policy. Yes, it does feel good, Mike. See, look, I raised the minimum wage because I care. See, do you feel the love, Mike? I feel it. We all feel the love. Oh, you're fired? Oh, sorry. But feel the love as you collect your last paycheck. Feel the love. There we go. So Dominic says, speaking of wages, they're already proposing a $30 minimum wage in the city. Yes. And it'll probably go because, to Mike's point, it'll feel good. See, I'm doing stuff. I'm doing stuff. Phil says, what about New York State's new 3D printer gun bill? That'll work. That'll stop everything right there, Phil. That's the answer. If you just pass a law saying you can't print guns in the 3D printers in New York State, that'll end all the ghost guns completely. They'll all be gone. All of them. It will work perfectly. Ban all the things. It works every time. Or I mean, it's a small, minor chance that this will simply make 3D printers more expensive in New York State so that people won't buy them in New York State. And then we won't have any good 3D printing businesses in New York State. They'll just make all the guns, all the things to other states nearby, and then ship them to here, and we'll pay more for them. I mean, but that's a low chance. That's a tiny chance. The much more common chance is it'll work perfectly and there'll be no more guns ever. So, yeah, that's my view. Small chance that will backfire. I mean, banning things never has a problem. Banning things always works, right? Except for always. There we go. Yes. Okay. All righty. I think we grabbed that piece already. Okay. Shelly says, my daughter travels the world fixing robotics used in manufacturing. She's been doing it for 9 years. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. I like that. All right. Phil says straight to Dannemora. Stop. She's not going to Dannemora. Yes. Jean says, I like to watch cat videos. A lot of people do. They're insanely popular. My daughters also. They love cat videos. Yes. I'm having more and more difficulty finding cat videos that are real cats that have AI cats. It's funny you say that, Gene. My daughters think the same way. They say the same thing. They don't like it. Now, there are AI cats. Like, if it's literally an AI cat, like that's what it is, they don't mind it as much. But it's when they're trying to not be AI, or it's a regular cat that also adds AI videos, they don't like that. They don't mind if, like, oh, it's the AI cat. It's obvious, like it's an AI cat. It's obvious that. They don't mind that. They mind when people are trying to scam in some way, or like it's a cat channel, and then they don't do as many actual cat videos. They do a bunch of AI videos of that cat. They can't stand that. It makes them, yeah. Yes. D says, Kathy, a better candidate. I know, but she was terrible. Now she's just horrible. Yes. Joseph cannot stop. Larry Sharpe, governor. Ban all the things. Works every time. True. It works, with the exception of always. It works every time. I'm sorry, but there's never. The exception of never. It works every time. There we go. Yes. Or is it the exception of every time? It works every time. There we go. With the exception of every time, it works every time. It's true. Yes. All right. Where am I here? Grab that one already. Okay, open my YouTube. I have like 5 YouTube channels, and like 2 are premium, 2 aren't. So sometimes I forget which one I have. So sometimes when I'm putting a video, I have the wrong channel up, and then the commercial will pop up. And I do that because I don't want I don't want to put myself into an AI algorithmic bubble. So I have different channels, and each one is a little bit different. So that's why you see me watch some hardcore lefty stuff, some hardcore righty stuff, because I'm trying to mix and match them. That's the issue. I'm trying my best to mix and match if I can. So yeah, that's the reason. Andrew says, AI judges now, AI prosecutors tomorrow. Yes. There's a part of AI that I just love. Just love. Yes, absolutely. Christopher says, about banning AI for information, are they also going to ban reading books to the library? Ooh, I like that. Yes, I like that. Absolutely. Yes. Chris says, you can ask ChatGPT to explain complicated concepts like we're talking to a 5-year-old. Maybe if more politicians did this, their policy would be so unpopular because we know what they're talking about. Not a bad idea. Look, ChatGPT can be used for many things. I don't mind that at all. Julia says, licensing has become a way to censor independent thinking and make money. Yes. 100%. Absolutely true. I completely agree with that. That is exactly right. So yes. But look, not many people are talking about AI, but as a general rule, there is a place where you can hear people talking about AI and up to date. You knew it was going to be civil because it's always civil. And I got to show you. This is very recent. There's a bunch of things on AI on civil. There's a bunch. And here is one of them. This is recent. This is Anthropic CEO talking about stuff. And then this is Dad Save America talking about that.
Of billions of fully automated armed drones, locally controlled by powerful AI, strategically coordinated across the world by even more powerful AI, could be an unbeatable army.
I don't know that the technology inherently favors liberty. It will be hard to restrain them.
Did you hear that? I don't know if it inherently favors liberty. I would argue it does not favor liberty at all. That's a very polite way of what he just said. It doesn't. And he can't even imagine. Look at him. He can't imagine.
I don't like that.
Yep.
I don't know about that.
Hey there, friends, fans, and foes of Dad Saves America. John Popola here. And I thought I would take this Friday, well, to continue what should be the biggest story going on right now. And really is. Now,
if you watch mainstream news, they would disagree with this. This is why I'm talking about it. It's why he's talking about it. AI is the biggest. Everything that's happening right now that we're mad about, happy about, sad about, AI is affecting it. The economy sucks. AI is affecting it. War, AI is affecting it. Relationships, AI is affecting it. AI is affecting every single aspect of it. Banking, AI is affecting it. Everything. Yes, every single thing. It does matter. We should be talking about it. And where can you see it? Here on Civil. CIVL.com. The code to join is Larry10. Larry, the coolest name in the internet. 10% off. Check out what's going on. This is the kind of stuff you can get. Real information, back and forth. And the best part is, without the conflict machine, Civil is upgrading civilization. CIVL.com. Code Larry10. They are a sponsor of the show. Please support them if you can. Thank you so much for watching. Again, every single time we do this, I got something cool on Civil I'm showing you. Every single time. There's always something cool on Civil. Always. So, all right. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you for going here. All right. Christopher says, I love AI, Larry. It's effective. I think people like it too, right? People tend to like it. We don't want to do all of it, but we want to have a decent amount of it if we can, because it is actually easier. Yeah. So yes, that's when I would just walk away. Yes. I used that one so much. I simply had to have that here. I have that one. I have one more, which I hardly have used, but I should use it. And that's this one.
How dare you?
I do love that one too. I don't use it as much, but I should. I do like those two. I should use the how dare. I use it, and then there's three that I like. That one, and one more I do like when I say we need to do more. I do like those. So I have a couple of them that I do use once in a while, but my favorite of all of them is always going to be just walk away. Because when it comes to politics, often you can just walk away. And you never think you can walk away, but you can. I mean, yes, you can. Anyway, so I'm glad you enjoyed that. Bronner says, Adam says, if Larry does have an event in your area, please call your local news station and let them know the next governor's in town. One call is not to make Larry more known. Yes, correct. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Oh, righty. Where am I? I think I covered a bunch of those things. I covered a bunch of those. I think I got most of these packed up. There we go. I do like that. Yes. Nosy says, Hochul stays in for 12 more years, just as well might just burn the country down. Total disaster. Yes. But she said it. Again, she said it. I'm not making this up. I will show you next week. She said it. She said, I have to stick around till 2038. Her words. Yes. So just to make clear, wasn't me. All right. So I'm not making these things up. All righty. Nosy says, ban oxygen to Hochul. That'll fix it. I'm not saying that. Don't say it. They're gonna get me in trouble. I thought only lunatic gets me in trouble. You get me in trouble too. So yes. All right. Someone asked if there is a address to send petitions to. Yes, the address is actually on the website. Go to where donations are as a let's see if I can show it to you. Hold on. There is a place where you can do it. Hold on. All right. All right. Let me show it to you now. So if you want to see it, if you guys do care, and I hope you do, it's amazing. If you go to livershow.com, you scroll down, you can see where you can petition, get the forms, here's the instructions, and here's some good scripts. Click the donate button, and you'll see at the bottom of that one is an address right there that you can mail it to. That's the address. 2810 23rd Avenue, Suite 26A, Astoria, New York, 11105. Right there. Perfect. So now you guys have that if you want to. That is amazing. So there we go. All righty. Let's see here. Joe says, vote Larry Sharpe, just ban AI. Solved. Yes. Absolutely. Yes. Done. Absolutely. So, all right. D says, I remastered Humongous video with updated text so it stays on the screen in a show. Oh, I like that. That is good. I think we're good. I do like that. So, all right. I think we covered all of that. Good. Guys, I'm going to ask you if I could to make sure you click that like button. As I always ask, please do so. Click the like button. It does matter. Every bit does count. If you haven't already shared this, please share this if you would. I am going to be heading out. I'm going to be gone for 3 days in a row. I'll be back on Monday with my radio show and then a Gov Shack Monday night. So you can see both of those. If I can go live, I will try to go live when I'm on the road. I can't always do that, but I will try to if I can. Otherwise, come out and see me. You can see where I'm going on Facebook or on my website. You can look at all those things, see my events are. I hope to see you guys very soon. Of course, remember, after this, please comment. I'm going to ask you just straight up, what do you think about AI? Just generically, what do you think about AI? Please comment after the live. And if you all watch this when it's not live, see a couple of videos pop up. Please watch one of them right away so that Mr. Rhythm loves that. Mr. Al, go Rhythm. I will see you all very soon.